If you could just go through that, and I also see it on the computer screen sometimes that you're doing things. And I
got a whole lot of things going on here. Yeah. When we moved from Oak Tree, I will say this: we moved from kind of an analog setup to a digital setup. The processing and the signal has been digital for quite some time, but when we were in our old studios, we were basically using production pieces that would all plug into each other, right? So you'd have a lot of hard patches into things. And the production boards that we were upgraded with when we came down here downtown use software. The board company, the production board itself is called a Wheatstone, and so it uses a Wheatstone server, and rather than things being hard patched, what you do is you severely minimize your kind of component footprint by having the board kind of software based. So to your point, when it's called potting, the pot. When I'm potting things up and down, that's the volume. When I'm hitting buttons, that's firing off different elements that are all wired in to the program that we use to send the signals out through the air.
Well, and I also noticed that you only use like the first three from the left. Is that board meant to be for something more sophisticated?
Well,
it's using multiple channels.
I have a bunch of options, right? It's a 20-channel board, and each one of them is dedicated to a source, or I can dial up a source. Like, for instance, I can dial Mary's studio up in New York because this is all.
You should not do that. But
I'm sorry.
You should not do that.
I should. Why shouldn't? Oh, I should.
Well, he hasn't right now.
Oh.
She's.
Oh, I'm sorry. She's. I didn't have her potted up. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Tom, you were knocking Mary. Is that what you were doing?
Yes, he doesn't like me.
Oh, I see.
Just a tad.
A tad. Okay. Well, anyway, my point being is that on the tech side, it's very, very simple for me to dial up her studio wherever she is. Bill was in Pittsburgh last week. I just had to pick a source and dial it up to his studio. So I have a bunch of options here. I don't like to get too complicated for my show, so I do kind of keep it within a certain range. I'm boring everyone to tears here, Tom. You and I are the only two that might even remotely care about this. So.
I just think it's very interesting.
Yeah.
But there's never a situation where you would use all 20 channels?
No, I would never have 20 elements going at one time. I only have two hands. Yeah.
It's very rare that you're going to have a situation where you have 20.
Well, Alan, you have other appendages that you could use to manipulate those.
Well, my D is currently in the dirt, Tom, so I can't use that one. But, no, I would never have a situation where I would need anywhere close to all 20 sources. But along the way, there's a variety of them that I will have, sources that I will have potted up or down.
Yeah. Well, and I don't want to keep you too long, but could I pose one question to Bill?
Sure.
So you control all the live stream stuff, and you manipulate the YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. I have those helpers.
Is there any possibility that you could create a playlist of shows that Mary is not on?
Why do you hate me so much?
I make a playlist every day.
What's the Tom? What is this? What is this resistance to Mary?
I didn't mind her when I was just listening to it on the radio, but once I started watching the live stream, I don't know what it is. When she busts your balls and the faces she makes, I don't know what it is about it. But
well, then don't watch it on the live stream. Yeah,
listen to it. Don't watch it.
Why are you making it more difficult for yourself? That's got nothing to do with Mary. That's got to do with you.
Of all the faces on this show, that's the one you're upset with.
Seriously, look at my big fat face.
More difficult for myself.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go, Tom. Thank you.
All right, yeah, have a good day.
Do you want to leave with a nice comment for Mary?
I think you're pretty.
I think you're pretty.
Idiot.
I was going to say, Tom, this is a way for you to say something to her that might elicit a face you like.
Nope.
Just when you move back to Cleveland, I hope things work out. Well,
are you moving back? You're not moving
No.
back. What's he talking about? Thought he knew something I didn't know.
He's being mean. When your dream eventually
I am
doesn't
not-
work
I am
out
not
and you
being
have
mean,
to
Mary.
move home,
Oh, I see.
I hope that's nice for you.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean she'd have to move back here. You can move anywhere. You move to Newark.
I am going to move
It's right across the river.
to the airport, not even the city.
Yeah. All right.
Forever.
Thank you, Tom. There's Tom, who's wow, he was going in.
Don't worry, Mary. Today I was at the grocery store and somebody waves me over and go, "Hey, are you Bill?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I got a bone to pick with you."
Oh, boy. A bone.
And he goes, "My band was in the Battle of the Bands in 2015, 2016, one of the years I was skinny." And he said I was very mean to their band.
Jesus Christ, give it up. Nobody knows who your band is. If you were in the band, what's the name of the band?
I don't know. It was
Exactly.
the band with his ex-wife.
Oh, come on. You were mean to my band. Everybody's mean to your band.
He was being goofy about it. He was being kind of cheeky.
He's being
but-
half goofy about it. He was still mad.
He's still a little upset, yeah.
8 years. How many years is that?
That's a while.
9
Yeah,
years
9 years
later,
ago.
I've got a bone to pick with you.
Yeah.
He could have easily said, "Hey, I met you when you I was in Battle of the Bands, 2015."
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows who your
2016,
band
but-
is. That's why you're getting upset in a grocery store. Band with his ex-wife.
Thanks,
Was she
Sam.
his ex-wife at the time?
No, they were together then.
There you go.
Then
That's
we were,
why.
We were talking a little bit as we kept running into each other in the grocery store. And
You had
I was
something to
checking.
say every time.
I mean, the conversation was pretty natural. It was fine. He's a nice guy. He was just kind of goofing around.
But let me ask this before I move on here. Let me ask this because the guy might have a point. In your critique during the Battle of the Bands, did you also say, "And you got to get rid of that bitch"?
I have no idea what I even
okay.
said. Like, I vaguely remember doing that, but I also remember just like trying to be funny and like trying to kind of be the, everybody else was being so nice
Yes.
that you had to like to just have something. I was like, all right, I'm going to be the hard judge. I'm going to be the Simon. I'm going to say, tell it like it is. Be the jerk. I don't mind being the bad guy in that situation.
It's called Battle of the Bands.
Right.
We've all hosted these over the course of our careers. I did one 1,000 years ago, and no, I stopped doing them because it's a lose-lose situation, right? The band that gets picked or whatever, they're happy. Everybody else is pissed.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're getting emails. Dude,
Yeah.
come on, man. What do you want from me? I'm just a guy they asked to help judge these bands. I don't need you stepping up to me in the frozen foods, tell me that you didn't like my band. What? Oh,
It was yeah. But he was very nice about it though. He was being cheeky.
you guys should go up to somebody at the bar after a show and go, "Hey, I got a bone to pick
Yeah,
with
you were not a good audience
You
member.
didn't laugh
Yeah.
at that
I
bit
didn't
I
like
had.
it.
I did
I
that
didn't
whole
like-
hunk on being Mormon. You didn't laugh once.
I didn't like the way you laughed at the jokes. I thought you could work on your laugh.
I'd like less of an audible snort,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am. I got money. It's $1,000. Just so you know, Mary, if you have to move back to Cleveland, everybody will welcome you with open arms.
Except that guy.
But I don't foresee that. Tom, who knows where he is? $1,000 right now from the Buzzard bookie. Listen closely and good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Check. That's check. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
Bill was at the Cavs game last night, and it was what an exciting time. Oh, guess who else was there?
LeBron.
No.
Oh, Grandma.
Khloe Kardashian.
Yeah, Khloe Kardashian was there.
Everybody called me a dick because I go, "Hey,
No
is
one
Khloe
called
going
you
to
a
be there?"
dick.
Everybody called me a dick. Tom called, left a message off the air.
Same time?
Yeah, same Tom. He's like, "Alan, you're a dick."
Mhm.
I go, "Okay.
Damn it,
Sorry,
Tom.
Tommy."
I have a theory.
Tell Mary when she comes home she's not good looking. I
Perfect.
said, "Okay, that's mean, but I'll tell her."
She's better looking here than she is in New York.
Hey,
I don't even know what that means.
I mean, there's
Hey, I
more
gotta
hot
go-
people in New York.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody who is here, not from here, and is single, and he's like, "I got to get the hell out of here. I have to get out of here." He's like the women, because he was just out west,
Mm-hmm.
and he goes, "I got to get out of here. There's just nothing going on here with the women." I go, "You gotta split. This is the Midwest. You got to go somewhere where they're wearing fewer clothes and the weather's nicer and
You're looking for a wife.
they got more things going. No, he's absolutely not looking for that.
I'm saying, if you're in the Midwest. you
How
find
old is
some-
he?
Oh yeah, if you're, huh?
How old is he?
He's
what's
young. He's younger than me.
What's the age range he's looking for?
Well, he's looking for age appropriate, but he's like,
So he's in his 40s?
he goes, the cute women you'll meet, he's like, they're with these fat gingers you like Mary likes.
Mhm.
And you can't figure it out. This is a weird situation.
I
Anyway,
I feel like there's very beautiful women, and they all have some, I think there's a lot of beautiful women here.
listen, there's beautiful women everywhere,
Yeah.
but there's also a ratio based on where you are in the country. And nobody's like, Ohio's got the hotties. I mean, with all due
Yeah,
respect.
but if he
you know
goes
what I mean?
to a place like New York or L.A., he's got to compete with hotter guys for those women.
Well, there's nothing wrong with competition.
There is if you can't win.
You don't know that he can't win. He's a good-looking dude.
How old is he?
He's probably early 40s.
Early 40s.
Yeah. So LeBron is there. Khloe Kardashian is there. The Cavs, not there, really, because they lost. And so they go back to Boston tomorrow night, where that might be it. That team is kind of hobbled, right? I mean, 109 to 102, given the fact that they missed Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen.
Yeah.
That's not bad. 109 to 102.
Yeah.
That's less than some of the blowouts that,
Listen,
both of them have had.
There was a specific moment where all the momentum, you just saw that the Celtics were getting the big market treatment because Jaylen Brown, while he's on the ground, tripped a Cavs player, and they just go, nothing wrong with that, where it should have been a flagrant foul or a technical foul or something, and the NBA is just like, nah, that's fine. Just go ahead and trip somebody when you're down on the ground like that. It's super dangerous play in basketball. It was very.
What do you mean? What
annoying.
does the market size have to do with it?
They want Boston
Why?
in the next round because it's a bigger market.
What's that got to do with anything?
So the refs call things.
Well, I hear
More
that.
favorably.
I hear this though from fans of the teams that are losing,
You
and I don't
see
know
it.
that it's. Well, I don't know. I don't know that it's
Like-
true. When I hear people talk about the refs want this team, it doesn't make sense.
It's not that the refs want it; it's that the NBA wants it, and so they. I mean, you. And there's also star treatment. So certain players get more calls fouled, more foul calls for them, and then other players don't get as many. Like Evan Mobley was getting hacked every time he went up to shoot, and they called, I think, 1 or 2 fouls the whole time. And then, anybody breathes on Jason Tatum, they're like, oh, send him to the line. He's got to shoot free throws. And that makes a huge difference in the game because you have to adjust how you're playing defense so you don't foul, so you don't get into foul trouble. So if one team can play more physical defense than the other team, they have a significant advantage. Now, yes, the Cavs did miss some shots and went cold at times, but you also have no momentum helping you with the foul calls because you have to play off the ball more. You can't play as tight a defense as they're playing on the Boston side.
But would these still be the same? Would these still be the same observations if the Cavaliers had won?
I've seen it the entire series, even when the Cavs were playing the Golden State Warriors. You would see these discrepancies.
Huh.
I have a question.
So how small of a market do you have to be in before they stop caring? Because it's not like
No,
Cleveland is
it's
Sioux
not-
City, Iowa. I mean,
Right, but if you have a superstar like LeBron, that helps. But he also had to play so much at such a higher level because of the calls that they would give the Warriors back in the day.
but he also had to come here to watch postseason basketball get played.
Right. Well, I mean,
His team ain't in the postseason.
his team isn't in the postseason. But these are just things that, you see when you're watching the games, you're like, it seems weighted towards a team like Boston when you're playing. You didn't see these same things with Magic and Cavs. It seemed like a pretty even call for both of those teams. But with the Celtics, there seems to be some bias by the NBA.
What's your question, Mary?
Okay, Bill, this is your third playoff game you've been to, correct?
Yes.
And the first one you went to, they won.
Yes.
You went with Grandma.
Yes.
And then the second one, they lost. You went with your girlfriend.
Right.
And then this one, you went with grandma. They lost. Where were your seats in the first game?
Against the wall.
Little Mr.
Yeah.
Little
Oh,
Mr.
man,
Johnny Big Balls.
She really threw her
So-
back out with that stretch.
So you think that
I'm
I'm
saying is, he wanted to be, look at me, show off, look at my lounge seats, look at my close seats. Obviously, any real fan would want to sit close.
Up there in Yellville. I'm telling you what, you might be onto something.
That's not when we win. When
the
Bill gets an ego,
the
then
combination
the
of
Cavs lose.
I didn't get an ego. I just got
You got
better
an ego about
seats.
your seats. You got an ego about your seats. You got too good for Loudville.
All the seats
then
that
the
I
Cavs
got,
lost.
all the seats that I got were given to me. So
I'm just saying.
it's not like I could have just been. I didn't
All
have
I'm saying
Loudville
is,
seats
if we're
except the one game that
trying-
I got rid of them. But
If we're trying to find a through line, you thought it was Grandma. Grandma was at the last game and she won. Well, Grandma was at this game and they lost.
so you think if I had been in Loudville the
So-
whole time,
I think if you go back to your humble roots and stop trying
It's
to
your
be,
humble roots.
stop trying to be a big man on campus, that maybe the Cavs would appreciate that.
old big man on campus.
So the
just saying.
combination of Bill's seats and them wanting the Celtics to win,
Yes.
that's what
I think
would put
Mary's-
a fork in the
I think
Cavaliers.
we figured out sports. I think we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good at puzzles, okay?
Yeah.
If we're looking for, I'm good at math. Common denominator. What's the common denominator? They win when he sits in Loudville. They lose when he doesn't.
Wow. It's like watching a beautiful mind at work.
So you think if I had been sitting in Loudville last night, they would have won?
I can't speak to that. I know that you weren't sitting in Loudville the 2 times they lost. Right?
Correct.
Well, then.
Last time you
Well,
were in the executive
get-
lounge.
Here's what we'll do.
Hey.
If they get to a game 6, if they win on Wednesday in Boston, and they have a game 6 back in Cleveland, I will sit in Loudville and we'll see what happens.
That's all I'm saying.
All right.
That's my theory.
Or why don't we buy the cheapest tickets we can possibly get and send Bill to the game tomorrow night in Boston?
Because that's going to cost you $2,000 between airfare, a hotel.
No,
and
we send him on
tickets to the
Amtrak.
game.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Go
there
ahead.
you
I'd have
go.
to leave yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, let's get that
Listen, if
high-speed
you-
rail
if
going.
You're a millionaire, so if you want to buy
Yeah,
my
right.
tickets, I'll broadcast from Boston
Let's see.
tomorrow.
Please.
We'll do it.
Well, there ain't going to be a game 6, rather.
You're
You don't
not
know
being
that.
very
Yeah, there
kind.
ain't gonna be no
You're
game
not
7.
being
You know
very
that.
kind.
You never know.
I hope there is. Listen, I'm glass half
You
full.
never know.
Right?
Are ya?
My team didn't even get within throwing distance of the postseason, if you pardon the pun. So I'm putting all my eggs in the Cavaliers basket, but
Eastern Conference
They're
Finals,
pretty hobbled,
Cavaliers
man.
at Celtics. Okay, let's see what we can come up with here. It looks like there are $108 tickets. Hold on. Let's see, low to high. $108. Balcony, row 14. Your back is against the wall for $150 including fees.
All right, buy it. Send it to me.
I'm just saying.
And then how much is
No,
my plane
Alan's
ticket?
the millionaire, not me.
All right, look up my flight, too.
Flights, Cleveland to Boston. Let's see.
I need a hotel room.
Oh, no, you're going to fly home.
I'm going to fly out and fly
no,
home.
put him at like Copley Square Plaza or something.
Wednesday to Thursday. Okay, let's see. This can't be right. This says it's only $174
This is actually looking possible.
Why can't that be right?
because no flights are that cheap, especially one day out.
Maybe it's on Frontier.
Wednesday to Thursday.
Maybe you have to stand
then
up the whole time. Maybe you're in steerage.
$240 or $246 nonstop on Delta. So
Oh, let's do
$246
that.
plus $400 plus hotel. Oh, hotel in Boston's gonna be expensive as hell. Let me see. So
Well-
far we're at Oh no! Holiday Inn Boston, $130. You
Oh!
can make this happen for
All right.
$600.
Alan, can you cover the funny bus for me
Hell,
tomorrow?
yeah, of course I can. I'll do the Cleveland Funny Bus. It's a good time.
All right.
Bill's at the game, everybody.
Just buy all that stuff for me, Mary, and then I'm
I'm
there.
not buying anything. I'm not the millionaire, Alan is.
Oh, Alan, are you paying for this? Who's paying for it?
I don't
I
know.
heard-
This was her idea, and I'm not a millionaire. So
I'd
you're,
like to take it.
I didn't
you're
say I
0
was
and 2
gonna
on this front.
I didn't say I was going to send him there. I said he should sit.
Oh,
That's
you were
why
just
we lost.
throwing
I-
out the theory.
No, no,
that-
no. I'm blaming Bill for the Cavs' loss. Is what I'm doing.
Wow. Well, before long, you're going to be a Knicks fan anyway, so who cares? This
Yeah,
is a moot
exactly.
point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, thanks for nothing, Bill.
You're
yeah,
welcome.
thanks for nothing.
Yeah, I
dude.
didn't play
the
my
whole
best game.
city's mad at you.
All right, I got it.
I criticized that dude's band, and I was the reason the Cavs lost.
Maybe karma is a thing. I don't know. Maybe Mary's onto something.
Told you.
All right, I got a break. Want to go to Mushroom Head Halloween? You know, it's an annual tradition at the world-famous Agora, so I'll have those tickets for you after the break. 35192. Want to text me for anything else?
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app. And now, a Buzzard Bookie safe bet. If you gotta be in court, always check